Hello, the old man here, November 14th, 2024, the evening before the opener of whitetail deer season here in Michigan. Wish them guys a lot of luck in the morning. I'm sure there's many of them out there just can't wait for that first light. I wish them a lot of luck. I hope they have plenty of opportunities to fill their freezers over the next 2 weeks. And enjoy their time off of work. The thing I want to talk about tonight is the truth. And I think that's one of the things Donald Trump, one of his biggest objectives is, or was especially, and still is, to get you to the truth. Now, it's taken a long time. I mean, we first started hearing from Donald Trump in 2016, really just before the election, that whole election cycle. And through that election cycle, he was exposing a lot of the deep state. The deep state, the New World Order, all of that stuff, including the mainstream media. When he first come out with talking about the mainstream media being fake news, everybody's like, oh my God, what's that? What's he mean by that? I knew right away what he was talking about because I've known for years, and you could see it, that, everything they said fit a narrative. No matter how much it made sense or didn't make sense, they just kept pushing that same narrative over and over and over and over again. Reagan era and even pre-Reagan era, the mainstream media, I would say, was fairly fair and fairly, unbiased, but not since then. You had the Clinton era, 8 years of the Clintons, 8 years of Bush, 8 years of Obama, the Kenyan and Big Mike. That narrative just got worse and worse and worse and worse. Then you had Trump with a dose of reality, a dose of the truth. Keep in mind, I'm sure Trump would have liked to got the truth out there faster. But honestly, you can only handle so much truth at one time. The more I think about it, the more I investigate it, the more I realize that nothing we knew pre-16 was the truth. Nothing we were being told was the truth. Absolutely nothing. He couldn't dump too much truth on you at once because people just wouldn't believe it. As it is, he's been feeding it to you pretty slow. And even then, a lot of people just don't believe it. They're like, oh no, it can't be, it can't be, it can't be. The mainstream media and their narrative keeps telling you the opposite every night, or every day, all day, 24/7. It's just amazing to me. It's just, if you want to call it a conspiracy or whatever you want, it all run by the same people, the central banks, the New World Order, and all of this. It's all the same people over and over and over again. And who do you see connected to this? You see the Obamas, you see the Clintons of the world, you see the Pelosi's, you see the Bidens. And, the matter of fact is that these politicians aren't running this government. In fact, none of these politicians across the world are running their government. If you ask me, they're all freaking pedophiles or sex traffickers or whatever, just like Biden's kid. Okay, that just got leaked out because he ain't too damn bright. And I think the people that are actually running this world, running this country, running this world, they just got them guys all, they've got something on every damn one of them, and they do what they're told to do, verbatim. I mean, they read off what's on a teleprompter, and they're afraid to, extremely afraid to go off of that. You take a guy like Mark Cuban. I'm not saying he's a pedophile here now or whatever, but man, all of a sudden he come out pretty strong for the Bidens, or well, the Harris campaign. He didn't even look right. If you watch them interviews, he was just like, oh my God, he looked scared to death of me. And I think he was scared of saying the wrong thing. Like they had something over him and they were forcing him to do say the things he was saying. Uh, Either that or maybe his wife's or his family's life was threatened. That's possible too. I don't know. All I know is he didn't look right. I mean, I'm not a big Mark Cuban fan anyways, but still, this guy did not look like the Mark Cuban I know. I watched his body language. I watched the way he talks and that wasn't Mark Cuban. That was somebody else. Again, he was afraid of something, and whether that was the truth or if he was afraid that some harm would come to his family, it's hard to say. I don't really know what it was, but there was something there. But at any rate, I think you'll see more and more truth come out as we go. He's putting together one heck of an awesome, strong cabinet. We now officially this morning was announced by the Associated Press that we've now officially got the House as well. Oh my God, that is so huge. And there is so much he can do that no politician has ever been willing to do or wanted to do. They were in bed with the rest of the cabal. Oh my God, what this guy can get done is unbelievable. But the only way he can get it done is through you. I mean, we had to stand behind him. We had to, and we still have to, no matter what. You got to remember that the left will do everything they can to undermine what Trump's doing. And basically, these people are 100% against you. They don't care about you. Not at all. You know, the mainstream media yesteryear, I think you get pre-Reagan, even the Reagan era. I think, like I said, they were out there to find unjust practices and, you know, find them, root them out, and deal with them. And they really didn't care if you were on the left or the right. They really didn't care. It was brutal. It was their job, and they took it serious, and they'd get out there and get the job done. And that's obviously no longer the case. Again, I think you'll be seeing a lot of truths, hearing a lot of truths, and a lot of them is going to be hard to believe just because you've been told the exact opposite all your life. Be open-minded, but also you've got a phone in front of you, most of you do, got a phone in front of you that's got more information than you know what to do with in that phone. If you see something or hear something you just don't believe, do yourself a favor, do some research. You know, research during the pandemic would have went a long ways. You know, a lot of people are just bamboozled by the idiots on TV. Honestly, I'd say the mainstream media should be shut off. If you can't tell what's anywhere near anything that resembles the truth, then why should they have a free blank to just you know, get their narrative out? It just doesn't make sense to me. I know you got to watch the First Amendment, and I'm all about the First Amendment, so, you know, you got to be careful there. But if you can prove that they're trying to do harm to the American people by the shit they're putting out, then something should and could be done about that. I don't know what the legalities are, but something definitely needs to be done. We'll see how that plays out. I think Trump's done a lot to take, just by letting his constituents know that they're the fake media, that they're really having a hard time. They're really struggling putting dollars together now. You know, I don't see how that business is even profitable anymore. I really don't. They used to make just billions of dollars in that mainstream media crap, and that's no longer the case. They can't do that anymore. So we'll see how that goes. The other thing I'd like to ask you tonight, if you would, like and subscribe if you would. But one other thing, if there is, I don't know what anybody's age is that's watching this, but if there was something that you would have liked to ask your grandpa before he passed and you either didn't get the chance, whether he died while you were quite young or whatever, or maybe he wasn't a person you felt you could really talk to, he didn't want to open up about certain things. I know back in the old days, a lot of people didn't want to talk about money. I know my family never did. They never talked about money. And I think that's a huge mistake. If there's something like that you wish you would have, could have asked your grandfather, why don't you put that question in the comments? I'd like to see what you got to say. And if you're my age or older, if there's something that maybe you're even 50 something, whatever, and there's something you'd like to tell your grandkids, but the conversation never comes up, or you think, well, they probably wouldn't listen anyways. What's the point? Put that in the comments too, just for the heck of it. Maybe that's something we can get that conversation going one way or the other. And maybe I can be that grandfather that you never had a chance to talk to. Good night, guys. Appreciate you stopping by. Thank you. Bye.